This double chocolate brownie baked oatmeal takes only a few minutes to prep, and it can set you up with breakfast or a pre-bedtime meal for the week. At 360 calories and 23 grams of protein per serving, it can be a nice way to start your mornings without having to cook each day. Here's how it's made. Into a large bowl, mix all your dry ingredients starting with 3 cups or 240 grams of rolled oats, 3 scoops or 90 grams of whey protein powder, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of baking powder, and 1/4 of a cup or 20 grams of cocoa powder. Mix that together until it's well combined. I use vanilla flavored protein and add the cocoa powder because I think it provides a more authentic chocolate flavor, but chocolate flavored protein will work just as well. I would still add the cocoa powder though if you do use chocolate protein. Usually in these baked oatmeals I only do 2 scoops of protein, but lots of people have asked if more is possible, so this time I said sure, why not, let's try it out. Next you're going to pour in 2 cups or 480 grams of 2% milk, 10 tablespoons or 150 grams of liquid egg whites or 2 whole eggs, 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of melted butter, 2 tablespoons or 42 grams of maple syrup, 1 cup or 226 grams of unsweetened applesauce, and then 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of mini chocolate chips. Mix that together until everything has been incorporated. The applesauce is in here to help moisten the finished product. Normally these baked oatmeals are fruit-based, which provides the moisture, and since it's absent here, we're going to use applesauce instead of having to rely on loads of butter. Now whenever I use applesauce in recipes, those of you who are from down under will always say, "Oi mate, we don't have any applesauce." So you guys can probably just use mashed bananas. Next, spray a 13x9 baking dish with oil and spread it across the base and sides to ensure everything is greased. Then you can dump your oat mixture into the bottom of the dish and top with 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of mini chocolate chips. The mini chocolate chips will give you more coverage than the regular sized ones, which is why I prefer them. More evenly spaced chocolate in your bites. Then you can bake this at 350 Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius for 35 to 40 minutes. When the oatmeal has about 5 minutes left, you should make your chocolate drizzle. Add 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of chocolate chips and 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of milk to a bowl and microwave it for a few seconds to melt. This is just to make it look fancy. Adding this tablespoon of chocolate chips to the top before it goes into the oven will do the same trick, but it looks better for the camera when it's drizzled on top. This is a very small amount of chocolate, so it only took me 10 seconds to be able to get it smooth. If you microwave it too long, it will seize up and you will have to start over. Now your baked oatmeal should be finished and you can pull it out from the oven. Run a knife along the perimeter to help it release from the pan. Next, you can transfer your chocolate over into a piping bag. I use a Ziploc bag and place a corner down into a cup to make it easier to fill and keep the chocolate contained. Then I pull out the bag, twist it to push all the chocolate to one corner, and hold on. Hey, is someone going to tell that Muppet to get his fat fucking head out of the shot? My apologies. Cut off the tiniest little corner from the bag so that only a small amount comes out during the drizzle. This will ensure that we have enough to cover the entire top of the oatmeal. Drizzle that chocolate over the top in a way that you think looks nice, and you are donezo. Double chocolate brownie baked oatmeal. This recipe makes 6 servings so you can cut the pan into 6 even pieces. Each serving has 360 calories and 23 grams of protein. This one will probably only take you 10 or 15 minutes of prep work, and the rest of the time is spent baking in the oven. It's hard to beat these baked oatmeals when it comes to easiness in the kitchen and convenience in the mornings. I'll usually just leave it in the baking dish and pull out a piece whenever I want to eat it, but I didn't have any room in my fridge this time, so I did end up dividing them out into meal prep containers. When it comes time to eat, some people prefer to eat these baked oatmeals cold. I like to reheat mine in the microwave, and sometimes, especially if it's a chocolate one like we have here, I'll pour a bit of milk over the top before it gets reheated. 1 to 2 minutes in the microwave will do the trick. I'd say I eat these baked oatmeals for a pre-bedtime snack more than I do as a breakfast. I always like to finish the night with a little something sweet, and getting a decent dose of protein on top of that makes it even better before I'm about to go down for my slumber. These are incredibly easy to throw into your bag and bring to work for a desk breakfast, and that's a little something that Joshy Corporates likes to call the on-the-clock special. I know there are going to be some strong guys in the comments crying about how 360 calories isn't enough for their breakfast. Guess what, big dog? You can always eat 2 servings. The full recipe for this double chocolate brownie baked oatmeal is linked in the description below. Check it out, try it out, share a picture with me if you make it. Later skaters, see you next week.